which was time. Because the three functions of creation is time, atmosphere, and food, and we are the functionaries. All right, I hope that makes sense. Genesis 2. Thus says the heavens and the earth was finished, and all the hosts of them. And so the Most High created the functions and the things that will function on these things. Verse 2. And on the seventh day, Elohim ended his work which he had made, and he did what? He rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And Yah blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he rested from all of his work which he created and what he had made. Let's keep going. Let's look at what rest is. So Joshua, now we're going to get an ancient concept of what rest is. Look at Joshua 21:41 through 45. And Yah gave unto Israel all the land which he swore to give unto their fathers, and they possessed it. And Yah gave them what? Rest round about. Right? Let's keep going. 1 Kings 8:56. Bless Yah that he hath given rest unto his people Israel, according to all that he promised them, that not one of these words shall fail of good promise which he has promised by the hand of his servant Moses. Isaiah 14. For Yah will have mercy on Jacob, will yet choose Israel, and set them in their land, and strangers shall be joined unto them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob, and all the people shall take and bring to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them the lands for servants and for handmaids, and they shall take them captives who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors, and it shall come to pass in that day that Yah shall give them rest from their sorrow and from their fear. So in your rest, you have no sorrow, you have no fear, and you have no hard bondage. Why would Israel need rest? Why would they need rest? They would need rest because they would be known for going into captivity. So rest to the Most High from an Israelite perspective is salvation, which is rulership, which is prosperity. Them receiving their promises is their rest, because they've been in turmoil. That's why Mashiach said, come to me that all that are heavy laden, that I will give you what? Not sleep for your soul, but what? Rest for your soul. You will have no sorrow no more, no fear no more. So the concept of rest is being in what the Most High promised you. Living in promises, walking in wholeness, completeness, resting in your temple, in your rulership. All right, let's keep going. So let's look at it. Isaiah 66:1. Thus saith Yah, the heavens is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that you build unto me? Where is the place of my what? Rest. Do he need to go to sleep? No. Isaiah 66:2. For all those things have my hand made from all those things that have been made, says the Most High. So it shows you right here, he said, verse 2, for all those things have my hand made. What is he's talking about? He's going back into creation. He said, the heavens is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the place of my rest? Because I'm supposed to rest after I have given everything function and put it in an orderly system. Now I can rest. The rest of Yah is his rulership through functional order. I'm going to say that again. The rest of Yah is his rulership through functional order. Let's keep going. So again, what is rest to the Most High? When he gave the earth and everything on each day 1 through 6, he gave it a function. And he put everything in a orderly system. That's why the Most High is not a God of confusion, but he's a Elohim of order. He sets everything, he gets everything, his boundaries, get everything his order. He sets up the system, and then after he set up the system, he runs the system, which is what he reigns and rules over. It'll be the same way that if a person move into a house, right? A person move into a house, and they have boxes everywhere, right? That house is not functional. That house has a lot of disorder in it. And that person says, you know what? They put everything in its place, set everything up. He gave a place for everything. He gave a function in everything. And once that person made that house functional, now that person can rest, which is reign and rule. It is not saying that the person is going to stop his engagement in the house, but he's going to allow the order that he put functioning to create in the house and run for him. And all he's going to do is what? Lead his orderly system. And this is what the Most High did. After he created everything, he went into his temple. And we'll see that it's a temple later. That earth is a temple. And he what? He rests because he gave everything purpose and gave everything function. And then he told you to remember that. Wait a minute now. Now, we done made this about rules and regulations and do's and don't, but he said, remember my day of rest, my day where I have set everything in function, and this is how I want you to live. This is how I want you to honor me. I want you to honor me just as if you are reigning and ruling with me. What is that? He's simply telling us, remember our promises of resting, of rule, or reign. Don't be moved by what you see. But on the Sabbath, I want you to remember that you're going to be set up to reign. This is why the Sabbath is us resting in three levels. How do our spirit get rest? Our spirit get rest through what? Reading of the word, worship, all those things. That's how he visits our spirit. He inhabits our spirit. He dwells in our spirit because we are his temple in which he want to come and reign and rule in our temple. All right? He want to be the rest because all deities want a temple to rest in. He said, where's the place of my rest? He want to rest inside of us. So on the Shabbat, our spirit need rest. But not only our spirit, our soul. What Mashiach says, he said, come to me all that are heavy laden, and I will give you what? Rest for your soul. Your soul have been promised rest. But a lot of times we allow fears to hit us. We have resentment to hit us, jealousies, envies, bitterness, all these things here hitting us, and we moving so fast throughout the week that we ain't given our soulish realm an opportunity to get its rulership and rest again before we start the next week. Remember the rest for your soul. That you ain't supposed to be your soul ain't supposed to be working with your emotions working, your feelings working, you crying, your fears is overtaking you, your mind is mastering you. He said, no, remember my rest on that day. And Mashiach said, I come to give you rest for your soul. You're going to take back control of your soul. David knew the revelation of that. That's why David said, why art thou downcasted, O soul? Hope in the Most High. Because you're out of your realm of rest. You're out of your temple of rest. Go back and get into your temple and reign back over your emotions and bring them back unto subjection unto me. Remember the Sabbath day. I'm not making it just about all these extra things, but I'm making it about what I want you to reign in a functional order. You want to get your emotions back right? Align your will, your way to my order. Because I set everything up from the beginning. And anything that receives pain is because it's out of order. What's the first sign of your body being out of order? It will give you pain. Pain is a direct result of disorder. I'm going to say that again. Pain is a direct result of disorder. Because if you don't learn by instructions, the Most High will send pain to let you know you're out of order. This is the rest that we're supposed to receive on the Shabbat, that the Shabbat was made to minister to our spirit, minister to our soul, and minister to our body, where we are resting from these catastrophes that we're in, because we're remembering our covenant. We're remembering the promises of our covenant. He said, remember the Shabbat. Remember how I reigned and how I will put everything in function, that you have appointed times that I'm going to come and take you from the north, the south, the east, and the west. I will not leave you in the lands of your captivity. Remember that. Call those things to mind when you gather on your Shabbat days, that I didn't leave you into this spot. There'll come another day when you'll be ruling and reigning, and that's what I want you to remember. Because as I'm in order and in my temple, you shall be back in your land, in your temple, and in your order, where there'll be no more weeping and gnashing of teeth for my people anymore. because they'll be marked with my covenant, with my revelation, and housed with my presence. Therefore, they will be a city without walls. There'll be a city that's secure because I will be their fence. All right, let's keep going. So, let's do this real quick. Look at Genesis 1, 2. Genesis 1 and 2, because I got to hurry up. Yeah, I got to hurry up now. Genesis 1, verse 2. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the ruach of Elohim moved upon the face of the waters. And Elohim said, let there be light. Now, and Elohim said, let the waters under the heavens be gathered together at one place, so and a dry land will appear. In ancient times, cultures believed that waters covering the earth emerging out of this place of obscurity, was a temple. Every temple had a tree of life in which a river flowed, and also every temple had a holy of holiness, in which there was a sacred place that housed the deity of a meeting place. The tree of life was in the garden. The garden was the holy of holies, and the earth was the temple housing the presence of Yah. Every temple had a priest